episode 8 of season 3 of Greenleaf, Zora the Explorer. That's what I'm calling her, Zora the Explorer. You know, Dora the Explorer, the young Latina, right? We got Zora the African American explorer who thinks because she's 18, she can just go off and do whatever she wants to.
And I'm about having a fit with it. I'm about tired of these dang old teenagers thinking just because you turn 18, you grown. No. There's a difference between being grown and being legal. Being an adult and being of age. 18 just means that you're legal to do certain things. Hell, you ain't even grown enough to drink at 18. Okay? You ain't even grown enough to buy your own firearm at no, I think it could be
now, but to be realistic, most people had their first drink before 18. Let's not be so adult. Exactly.
No.
Let's not be so adult to act like that we did not find a way to drink before we turned 18. And there's guns in the schools. I worked at schools that had metal detectors.
Yes.
Actually, our alma mater, Lou Wallace, used to have metal detectors.
L-Dub in the house.
May Lou Wallace rest in peace because his school.
Lou Wallace High School, G.I. Gary, Indiana.
It's no longer there.
I know, I'm so crushed by that.
But back to the the show. In her defense, because we all know that Zora doesn't know what's going on. She's young, she's dumb, and I think this is her first love, her first sexual experience, right?
Whatever. So that's what we just saw on TV. We don't know. Like you just said, most of us have been drinking before we turned 18, and a lot of them was having sex before 18.
Within the show, we have to take within the show. Yes. We're not talking about the actress. We're talking about Zora Greenleaf on the show.
Yes.
That Isaiah is probably her first experience.
Okay.
And while we as adults are saying, no, Zora, don't do it, we have to be honest and know that a lot of teenagers are young, and she's thinking that, you know, this is the one. But we do have to realize that he be beating her. I mean, he has an issue.
Well, he obviously beating it in more than one way, so that's the reason why. You just said that.
Dude, this is a Christian show.
And we see all kind of lasciviousness on this Christian show. So I'm just saying that maybe you the one said that because of her first sexual experience, that maybe she's turned out. I'm assuming that's what you're saying.
She's definitely turned out.
So he beating it in more than one way. And now she is sprung. Okay, she's sprung and she out there. And so would you say she young, dumb, and what's the phrase?
Okay, you know what? I'm not disagreeing with you, and I know the phrase, but I do want to keep this clean for our YouTube sponsors and ads, all right? So let's take a couple of things. Let's take Lady May being the grandmother. Now she kind of tried to stop her. It didn't work. Let's take Charity. Did you all see Charity running in those heels? She came running those heels like, what's going on?
Damn, it broke her ankle.
I love that. But then it went nowhere. It didn't go anywhere. And then Jacob, I'm like, my man. And then Clarissa just stopped him from doing something. Now you're a father, right? You know, and you have a daughter, similar age.
Yep.
Now, what do you think about that? Was Clarissa right in stopping Jacob? Like, hey, you gotta listen. He can press charges. Or should she just step back and let Jacob just like knock the mess out of him? You know, which is what I was hoping.
That's what I was hoping too. Here's the thing. I understand why, as a mother, mothers always try to figure out a more civil way. But there comes a time where civility has to go out of the window. And I think that she should have let Jacob handle the situation like a man. If this boy who is of age, he 18, and he want to fight a woman like a little, I can't say the word, but if you 18 and you a man, then another man should have been able to jump into that situation and handle the business like a man. Sometimes that's just what it's called for.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
And, you know, maybe he would have pressed charges. Maybe this would have happened. But Zora would have still been home. She would have still been home. What? Now we don't know what's going to happen to her. She's going to have to find out the hard way.
And she should. You want to be hard-headed and go out there and make your own bad decisions, then you should. Now, here's another flip of the coin. Because even if Jacob would have went over there and bashed him in his head and went upside his head on there, she could have still turned around and ran off with the man anyways. So that's where I was saying that as far as her mom jumping in and saying, let's be civil about this, maybe at that particular time, it was for Jacob's own welfare.
I understand that, but me, I would be willing to sacrifice my own welfare when it comes to my kids. I'm very rational when it comes to anything else, but if it comes to my own child, we got a problem.
Well, a kid and a child is two different things. Now she's 18, so she's the child, but she ain't a kid anymore. So again, I mean, well, you work in the high schools, and you have seen situations where there's a young girl and an older guy, and the parents try to get involved and get this older guy to stop dating the girl, and then the girl still turn around and sneak behind the parents' back.
The thing is that he is abusing her.
The
thing is that yes, she's gonna have to ultimately learn from her own mistakes, but these mistakes could be very costly. You know, she can end up, you know, in the hospital. She can end up dead. She can end up pregnant, which is probably what's going to happen. I mean, we can predict these storylines, right?
Yes.
And then now it's a new kid. It's a new life or whatever. And now you're tied to that person for the rest of your life because of a dumb mistake. I do think we can recall making dumb mistakes where you have to be tied to the person for the rest of your life, right?
That's a whole other story.
Yes, and you told me that you wish that your mom would have stepped in and say, now son, when you find yourself 19 years old,
20.
in college, you know, getting married, like, oh, did I do the right thing?
10 days before my 20th birthday,
exactly,
I did.
19, wishing that your mom would have said, now son,
I do.
Now, son, you know good and well you need to get
and
your
I probably
education.
still would not have listened, because that's the problem. And when we all have been there, we've all been the young, dumb person, being the teenager, where we got to realize that there comes a time where we have to understand that our children come through us, not to us. They're not ours, okay? We are our own individual. There's a time where I no longer was my mother's baby anymore. I'm a grown man, and I got to make my own decisions, just like my mama made her own bad decisions. Her mama made her own bad decisions, and everybody else's mama made bad decisions. And so you got to learn the hard way.
Zora, welcome to the club.
With your hard-headed ass.
Okay, you're probably going to be another mama making a bad decision.
Okay.
But what's great about this is that actually leads us to our next show, where we're going to discuss kids and relationships, and whether or not they make a hindrance to a person's marriage. Because I can tell you right now, Jacob and Clarissa are not doing too well.
They ain't doing well at all.
And this issue with Zora is not helping.
Okay, then they got the other little boy behind her.
Oh, that other little boy, he perfect.
We don't even know who the other little boy name is.
Perfect. Willie, it's so weird. It's something weird. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever.
We need to talk to the producer. We need to know what the little boy name is.
Little boy, they tell us his name. It's your fault for not knowing his name.
The little boy.
He's just not relevant at all. He's like the perfect child. But we're going to talk about if kids cause a hindrance to relationships. And so if you like anything that you see here, please make sure you subscribe and then push the bell so you'll get more of our shows. And that's going to be our next topic. And also let us know what you think. Are kids causing a problem in the marriage? Would Jacob and Clarissa be a little bit better if Zora was acting right?
Or if they didn't have her at all. Tune in.
How dare you?
Tune in. She wants to be polite. Do children hinder the relationship? My thing is, do children ruin relationships? Tune in.